Hey everybody, Michael Raso here, the Vinyl Record Podcast, and I'm sitting here in the studio with John Fedele.
How you doing?
John, this is our Vinyl Podcast number one. It's a reboot.
It's a Oh, you're starting all over.
Yeah, bink.
Okay.
Reboot.
Reset.
Reset.
Okay.
And this is the podcast for people who love all things analog, vinyl, reel-to-reel tapes, which we haven't covered,
But
cassettes.
the company just started making reel-to-reel.
Really, 8 tracks.
Yeah.
And we're going to get right
Tracks.
into it today to talk about our haul, our vinyl haul from this past Saturday's second Saturday record show in Wayne, New Jersey,
At the firehouse.
at the Firehouse in Wayne, New Jersey. And it happens every second Saturday of the month.
Yes, hence the name Second Saturday.
Yes, it's run by a gent named Fred Falk,
Yep.
who we ran into.
Yeah, we met him.
And Stoops, we should have took a picture with him.
Yeah. Well, we'll be there next month.
Yeah, Fred, next time we're going to take a picture with you. John and I, of course, listened to vinyl in the 1970s and 80s when we were growing up. Were you a vinyl guy, a cassette guy, or an 8-track guy?
Vinyl guy for sure.
was-
Then I went to 8-track just for ease of use.
Oh, okay.
Because my dad got a car with an 8-track in it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So I got a little realistic setup with 2 crummy speakers.
Really?
Yeah.
Somehow, a few years ago, we got back into vinyl records, and then we discovered this record show, the Second Saturday Record Show. It's a great place to get great deals on records. And for me personally, I'm all about, I get in there, I rush in, and I go to the $1, $2, and $5 bins. That's where I gravitate. I notice you don't have as much concern over that. You are more into...
I'm into quality.
whoa! I'm into quality.
I understand. But, I'll go look at some of the vendors have like their big ticket items hanging up behind them, and I'll peruse those first.
Yes. John
and
goes for the big
I'll
ticket.
spend my money on the big ticket items first and then go back to the $2, $3
Right.
bins, $1 bins.
So I gravitate towards the cheap bins, but not always, but most of the time I do. And this
Like,
time...
what would be the most you would spend on a record there? Like, it would kill you.
Oh, I spent $35 for the David Bowie,
That was a
those BBC sections. BBC...
outtakes.
the BBC
But that was like a
radio.
new press.
That was a new
Yeah.
press.
What would you pay for an older press record?
Well, I would pay upwards of $200 for Man of Words, Man of Music
You're going to have to because that's what it goes for.
by David Bowie.
Yeah. I asked the guy, by the way, I forget his name. I think his name is Mike. I asked him to put an eye out for you. Keep an eye out. Put an eye out.
For the most part, I'm looking for bargains. And boy, what bargains I found this time.
What'd you get?
One of my more expensive LPs is Haircut 100.
Never heard of the guy.
Come on. It has the song.
What was the hit?
The song had 2 hits. Love Plus One. Remember that?
Yeah.
It goes like this.
Love. Does it go, hey, Anna, hey, Anna,
Yeah, that's it,
hey,
that's it, that's it.
na, na,
Yeah,
na,
that's
na,
it. And then the
love,
second song when he was
plus one.
Favorite Shirt.
That was a hit?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
And these were all written by a gent named Nick Hayward.
What year?
1982.
82. Yeah, the year it fell apart.
And this is $8, and this is the 1982 UK pressing. So, very nice.
That's special, I
yes,
guess.
it is special.
What label is it on?
This is on Arista.
Arista.
Arista, yeah. I concentrated on this show. What show?
What show?
Most record shows I focus on mid-20th century jazz. That's what I collect. That's my thing. But this show is a total depart from that, and I concentrated on, just by chance, I wasn't looking, but it seems to be new wave and soft rock.
Soft rock.
Yes.
What do you mean by soft rock?
I'll show you that in a second. Here's the
Okay.
second new wave. This is M, and this album is called...
Pop music, talk about.
That's right.
Pop
This album is
music,
called
talk
New
about.
York, London, Paris, Munich. Oh, this came out in 1979. And yes, as John just mentioned, it has the hit Pop Music, Talk About. Pop music, pop music, talk about. This is the back cover.
Really? I never saw the back cover.
It is.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
All right, what do you got?
Next up,
Turning Japanese.
This is the Vapors' New Clear Days. This came out in June of 1980, and Turning Japanese reached number 3 on the
Really?
charts. Yes, it did.
It was a big hit. I remember that.
Yep. And I read online on, I think, the Disclogs. Do you know that? Discogs. That the first...
These guys look mean.
The
Look at them. They're all like... Argh!
The first
Biff.
edition has lyrics in the sleeve.
And
Whoa.
you have a first edition.
First edition.
You're a very lucky man.
It is, it's not pristine.
No.
No, but it's...
How's the record?
Oh, all of the records I purchase...
Were beautiful.
Dusty, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't buy... John and I examine every single record.
At very high standards.
Yeah. I told you, there are guys there buying stacks of records. They don't even look at them.
They don't care. They just throw them in a pile.
I guess in the...
They're reselling.
Yes, I guess in the country rock...
look at
arena,
that.
This is Gordon Lightfoot.
He doesn't have any facial hair. I'm not used to seeing him that way.
Whereas my cousin Donna used to call him Gordon Heavyfoot.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
She's a real card, that Donna.
This is, if you could read my mind, the original release of this title was called Sit Down Young Stranger. I'm guessing that the song was a hit, so they just swapped out the name.
Normally, that's what they do.
1970.
Yeah. That's a American press or
This is an American press.
Canadian?
And here is Gordon Lightfoot looking very much like Walter White,
Yeah, no kidding.
the actor playing...
Yeah, he's looking like...
what's that actor's name? From Breaking Bad, of course. The guy.
Bryan
Cranston.
Cranston.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Ooh. Next up. Okay, I'm a huge Don McLean fan.
Yes.
John and I went to see Don McLean.
Well, you would have bought me if I was around. I was on vacation.
Oh.
Remember?
Who went?
I don't know. Who'd you drag to that? Kicking and screaming.
Oh, I brought Joey K.
Oh, Joey K.
Yeah, Joey K. Now, the funny part about this is that this is Don McLean. This is Don McLean's third album called Don McLean. And this was after his success of American Pie. And as you can see, it's, kind of down. He's over here.
It's depressing. Look at that.
He's kind of bummed out.
What's going on there?
And this LP came out in 1972. And this is the third copy of this that I own.
Why?
Well, I bought this for $3.
It's the cover's nice. It's got the nice insert there.
First of all, here's the... It's
somebody
original.
swapped it out with the Music Heritage Society thing.
Yeah. What does that mean?
That was like a Jersey-run company that did all classical music. I have several of their things.
Well, whoever owned this album, and you'll see a bunch of other albums, whoever owned this swiped their dad's Musical Heritage Society sleeves and put them in their LPs.
Cursing them. Like, what happened to my box sleeve?
I purchased this LP. The first time I purchased it was in 1981, and I bought it mail order. I was working at a gas station at that time, and I used the phone booth to look up record stores because it was out of print.
Wow.
And I found one copy from down in the Princeton area, and it was $35.
Jeez.
Oh, my God. Then I found...
And what year was this?
81.
81, wow.
Yeah. The LP is 72.
That's like $70 in today's
And then
money.
I found a sealed copy in a used bookstore for 25 cents in the late 80s.
Ain't that a kick in the pants?
There was that period in the late 80s where all LPs were 25 cents.
Yeah, nobody wanted them.
No one wanted them. And this cost me $2-3, and it's such beautiful shape, I couldn't resist.
It's really nice. Is that textured?
It is, I feel.
Yeah, ooh, yeah, it's nice. Good job.
Thank you. Here is Don McLean's...
Don McCrane.
Yeah. Here's DM's...
Playing favorites?
Yeah, where are my notes? I have some notes.
What was that, Greatest Hits?
Oh, this is his fourth album, released in 1973.
He looks way happier.
And this is not...
He's playing a banjo. He looks like Tom Jones.
This is not a greatest hits. This is him playing his favorite traditional songs.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. And one of my favorite, maybe my favorite Don McLean album is...
Wow, you hit the Don McLean jackpot.
His fifth LP, his fifth studio LP, Homeless Brother, 1974.
He looks very old on the cover, by the way.
That's the Homeless Brother.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And this is, what do you call this?
Gatefold.
Here.
Pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Pair of hobo shoes.
Yep. And, of course...
Any hits?
I think Wonderful Baby. Wonderful Baby.
No.
How about this?
Doesn't ring a bell.
They were crying in the chapel. Okay.
Nope.
Next LP. By the way,
Another one.
what do we see here? What is the thing that we sing here that is...
Whoa, same guy.
This is all from the same collection, which
Same
is why
guy.
I just scooped them all up. They're in such a good shape, and
Who'd you get them from? Which guy?
when you first walk in, the first gent,
The guy we always go to.
the first guy.
Get his name.
Yeah.
Because I bought 5 Simon and Garfunkels from him
Yeah.
in a couple of record shows previous.
Yes.
So he's our guy. He's our first
guy.
go-to guy. Forget his name. Sorry, guy.
Here we go. This is Don McLean's 7th studio LP, Chain Lightning, 1978.
He's looking grumpy again.
Well, it looks serious here.
He looks like he's on the toilet.
And he had a hit here, doing Crying Over You.
He didn't write that song, though, did he? He's happy now.
I don't know if Roy Orbison... How's that look? How's
That's
that?
great. Oh, my God.
Crying over you. Cry. I don't know if Roy Orbison wrote it. It's a Roy Orbison hit.
Well, there's one way to check.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You look on the record. Because back in the day, they put the credits on the record, right? Musical Heritage.
Yeah.
Crying, Mr. Orbison. And somebody named Melson.
Next up, I'll pick up the pace here. Neil Diamond, Serenade. I'm a real sucker for 1970s, early 1970s, Neil Diamond. I don't know the man, but he seems like a very serious chap.
Yeah.
And quality. 1974, this is his 9th studio LP.
Wow.
And his 2nd LP for Columbia.
Guy's busy.
Yep.
What's the hit?
And the Longfellow Serenade.
What? Never heard of that one. No.
That's the hit.
Now,
Now,
How does it go? How does
saw-
it go? You just blew me off.
I saw these and I couldn't resist. I don't own any. As you can see, the theme for this show for me has been soft, soft rock.
Well, he's folk. Yeah.
Male vocalist. Here's Art Garfunkel. This is called...
We used to call him Fart Garfunkel.
This is called Watermark. October 1977. This is his 3rd solo LP.
He looks very happy.
And I purchased
Good
this.
riddance, Paul Simon.
I purchased this mostly because all the songs are written by a gent named Jimmy Webb.
All of them?
Yeah.
No way. Let me see that.
Yeah,
Give me
check
that.
it out. I'm a big Jimmy Webb fan.
Wow. Crying in my sleep. Shining on, Watermark. What a Wonderful World. He wrote that song? Don't know much about
No,
history.
it's a Sam Cooke song. I don't know if Sam wrote it.
No. Well, there's one way. Oh. Roger Hawkins played drums.
Oh, maybe Jimmy Webb didn't.
Jimmy Webb. It says Jimmy Webb, Jimmy Webb, Jimmy Webb on everything.
How about that?
This is in beautiful shape.
And look at the textured.
Nope, Sam Cooke. And guess who else?
Who?
Herb Alpert. Kidding me? And Lou Adler, who I think was a record guy.
Oh, yeah. Lou Adler, big record guy.
Who knew that Herb Alpert wrote that?
Herb Alpert.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's
Give me
amazing.
that.
See, learning. We're learning here.
They had 2 LPs. Art Garfunkel, Fate for Breakfast. Mm-hmm. And the gent,
Very strange cover.
your friend who's next to that guy, this vendor.
Mickey.
He's like, it's got 5 album covers. There are 5 covers.
Really? For that?
There are 5
Oh, see.
different released with 5 different sleeves, all the same picture, but different shots.
Well, you have a mission
blur-
now.
I don't have a mission.
Oh, you're not going to be a... See, that would get right under my skin.
This is Art's
have to.
4th solo LP, and this is March of 1979. I'm a real sucker for any LP, anything up to 1979,
Yes.
anything
It's a good
after
cutoff.
1980, unless it's new wave.
Right.
But jazz or any of the old guys, 80s,
It all crumbles.
It did.
It all falls apart.
did.
It's the production, the digital production.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now are going to be talking about The rock group Bread, also known as Yacht Rock.
Yeah. Were they in that little video? Did you ever see the Yacht Rock?
No, I don't. I haven't seen it. But so this is the band.
They are totally Yacht Rock, though.
This is the band Bread, and this is called
Whoa.
On the Wall. This looks very
It's
CCR,
psychedelic.
doesn't it?
It looks psychedelic, man. It's trippy.
Yeah, this looks very CCR. Or
It's like
even,
the Birds meet
or even
CCR.
the Doors. Doors have an album cover that looks like this. Waiting for the Sun.
Kind of, yeah, but they're not in
Look
silhouette.
at the back.
The Birds
Whoa.
have something like that. Yeah, well, that's the back of Waiting for the Sun, for sure.
Oh, okay. This is July 1970,
Let me see that.
and this is their second LP.
David Gates is the guy that wrote
David
everything
Gates
for
is
here?
the guy. David Gates and his partner James Griffin.
Well, this has Make It With You on there.
That's a big hit.
See, that's all you needed in those days. One hit, and people bought the record.
Well, they had many hits.
Well, I'm just saying, there's one hit on there, and people bought the whole record for one
Here's
song.
their fifth LP, 1972.
Come on, come on, come on.
Guitar
come
Man.
on, baby, it's a guitar
That's
man.
right, big hit. David Gates, James Griffin, Larry Netchell,
He will
and Mike Botts
make you laugh.
are on this LP,
He will
1972.
make you cry.
And I have a feel that it's very textured.
Yeah, it's got something going on.
And these are,
Whoa,
original.
deluxe.
These are deluxe. Look at this.
What are they feeding those birds?
Look at that.
Wow, now they're all like Paul Revere and the Raiders.
Yeah. Okay, next up, take a little detour. In between making Bread albums, they took a little
In
break.
between making bread,
David Gates
they made some stew.
made a solo LP here.
Any hits? Did he have any solo hits?
I don't know if David Gates had any.
They must
solo
have liked
hits.
them. They gave him a gatefold.
Yeah,
That shiz is expensive, man.
but
Oh, it's on Elektra. So I bet the guys who took the photos also took the Doors photos.
get out.
Because Doors were on Elektra.
You think so,
That's something to look into.
folks? If you have any comments, you could write us at vinylrecordpodcast@gmail.com. vinylrecordpodcast@gmail.com. If you know anything we don't. By the way, we don't ever claim to be experts.
No,
we're just
we're just learning as we go, much like our other podcast,
Yeah.
the Film Photography Podcast.
film photography podcast. Yeah, we're just having fun here and enjoying listening to music. Mm-hmm. Here is
my
their
God.
sixth and final LP, 1977.
Is this they died in a plane crash after that?
No,
What happened?
Lost Without Your Love. But I guess they still had enough clout with Elektra because
They got a gatefold with the lyrics. Wow,
They
look at
got
that.
a gatefold.
Any hits?
Hooked on You is the hit. I forget how it goes.
I'm hooked on a feeling.
No, it's different.
No.
But here they're laughing it up on the back.
Yeah, because
This
they
guy.
know it's over. Because they're like, remember that time? Like, yeah, well,
this
that's
gentleman
gone.
is wearing like kind of a Love Beach type shirt.
Yeah, he's got it tied.
Love Beach, what year? This is 77.
Ooh, I don't know. Let me look it up.
This gentleman has his shirt like
What year was Love Beach?
this gentleman has his shirt tied like I think Greg Lake on the Love
Yes,
Beach LP.
definitely.
So we're looking for pop culture tie-ins here. Next up, so much for Bread. I really will enjoy those albums.
Yes, enjoy your bread.
Here is a LP. I got this for $1 or $2, and I already own a copy.
Oh, good. Then you can give me that one.
Oh, you would really enjoy this. This is Frankie Valli. It's called Timeless.
Looks
And this
timeless.
is his second solo LP. Mm-hmm. It's produced by the same gent that produced all the Four Seasons albums. And that man is Bob Crew.
Bob Crew.
And the great thing about this is, as you see,
It's got the Led Zeppelin wheel.
yeah, it's got a... Where?
Open the cover. Who's those guys?
Oh, those are the Four Seasons.
Well, what are they doing on the solo album?
Well, I don't know why Frankie Valli... Frankie Valli was business partners with Bob Crew.
Yeah.
They did everything together.
Him and Bob.
Bob produced, Frankie Valli sang, but they split everything. It was
Oh,
their
that's nice.
partnership.
Oh, that's nice. But what about the other Jamokes up in the sky?
They're the interchangeable Four Seasons.
Wow. Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's no hardcore group of Four
The
Seasons.
original ones. I don't have all of my notes on the Four Seasons,
all
but
right.
I will bring my Four Seasons albums ins.
Okay.
Would you actually listen to this?
What is it like?
1968.
It's probably smooth.
It's good. I'll tell you what. I'm going to give it to you, and if you hate it,
Smooth. I'll
yeah,
give it back.
This is really good. You're
Yeah,
going to
because
enjoy
you
this.
the last album you told me was great was that Hollies
And you didn't like
album.
it? Which one?
I don't know. It's got like a little boy on it's a gatefold and it's got a little kid on the cover.
Oh, yeah.
What's it called?
It's a cartoon on the cover.
Gumsigum.
Yeah. Distant Light.
didn't like it so much.
He was a sort of a rogue choice. I saw it and I couldn't resist. Ray Manzarek, from the keyboardist from the Doors, of course. And I saw Ray. He was as close to me as you are.
Really?
At the Chiller Theater Horror Expo.
Before you kicked it.
5, 7, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I was just in the bar getting a drink, and he just walks up to the bar and orders a drink, and there he is, Ray Manzarek.
Did he sound like Ray Manzarek?
He sounded...
Hey, man, can I have a beer? Hey, man.
Let's see what I have, if I have any notes on this. Ray.
I know you had, I remember back in the day, you had a couple of his solo albums.
I had the one that came out in '84. I bought new.
Yeah.
You came into my apartment, you saw it.
That, and you also had the Brian Wilson, Too Much Sugar.
Too Much
and
Sugar.
Too Much Cake.
Yeah.
The same era.
But this is this LP. There's a big
Is it on Electro?
buyer's
or no?
bulletin on here. Let's see what this is on. Mercury.
Oh, yeah. Electro's like, you haven't had hits in years. Get out of here, you bum.
The inner sleeve. The whole thing is about tape piracy and how it's everyone's problem.
Yeah.
And like, if you see something going on, if you see something suspicious, to report it. By
If
the
you
way,
see something, say something.
the chain, Sam Goody, in
Yeah.
the late 70s.
I remember them.
Oh, my God. They were busted big time.
For bootlegs?
They carried counterfeit 8-tracks and cassettes, yes.
No way.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It made the news.
Wow.
I haven't listened to this yet, so I have no idea what this is like, but I can tell you that Joe Walsh plays on this album.
Oh, no, excuse.
Patti Smith is on this album. Let's see who else.
Not Patti Smythe.
Patti Smith.
Patti Smith. The girl with the hair on her arms.
She is noted as a poetess.
She is. A beautiful
Steve Foreman, Mike Fennelly, Flo and Eddie.
woman. Oh.
Yeah. Now here's an LP. John was like, "Oh, get it."
I talked you into it.
Get
for a
it.
buck. For
Get
a
it.
buck. You have to get it.
And this is on Emerson, Lake and Palmer, their first LP. It's on the Cotillion.
Yep.
And John's like,
Do 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 do. It's awesome.
and
First side. It's killer.
the vinyl is in pretty
Pristine.
sweet condition. I mean, the LP has been used.
Yeah. It's hard
So,
to find that record in good shape. The cover.
Why?
Anyways. I think, is that, let me see.
Just
Is
the
that a
paper it was
UK
printed
press? I think this is American press because it's thick. For some reason, they're all beat up, just like I was telling you, the Bitches Brew by Miles Davis. Every copy I see, the cover has ringwear.
Last LP is the Sleepwalk Guitars of Dan and Dale.
That's going to be kitschy, great.
This
I bet.
is a rogue choice.
I would have got that if I'd have seen
It's on
it.
Diplomat Records, and it says
Diplomat.
fine records need not be expensive.
That's right.
So clearly they were like a cheapy like
Yeah, but they got
See-
mostly junks on there. If you read all their other stuff, waltzes and oompa bands.
Oh,
and
here's all
stuff.
the
Yeah.
catalog.
Yeah,
Cleopatra, Mutiny on a Bounty, Hawaiian, Twin Pianos, The
Hmm.
King and I. But this has a sticker on it. It's actually printed. It's actually, it says, this is not the original soundtrack. The 10 additional tunes other than Thunderball are originals composed by Dan and Dale.
that's a sticker the lawyers made them put on there.
Yeah, I'm sure that the Thunderball soundtrack, I'm sure they were greatly annoyed.
Do you even know Thunderball theme?
Of course. It's like, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, Thunderball.
Really? Who sings it?
I have no idea.
Oh, you're making it up.
Yeah. But they also did Goldfinger
And other hits that
with
are not.
Zorba the Greek.
Zorba.
And that's it.
You got some good stuff.
Yes. Now I turn it over to John's.
All right,
What do you got, John's?
I only bought 2 of the 4 Glenn Campbell's records that I bought, but these are the good standouts. Let's see, speaking of Jimmy Webb, Wichita Lineman, big hit for Mr. Campbell's.
Wichita Lyman.
Wichita. I'm a lineman for the county.
My parents own that.
Well, they're in good company because now I own it.
Yeah, played it all the time in the house.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is the album that a lot of members from the Wrecking Crew that Glenn Campbell was a member of
Yes.
played on. Carol, what was her name, the bass player?
Oh, yeah.
Carol something. But, of course, there's no credits on here. I
How
had to
about Jimmy
look-
Webb? Did he write the stuff?
Jimmy Webb wrote Wichita Lineman, my friend. And there's also a song by the Gibb Brothers on it. Tim Hardin, Sonny Bono.
Okay.
It's a good record. And here's one, Gentle on My Mind.
Yes.
Another one. This has some strings on it. This is Glenn in a somber vocalization mood.
Vocalization.
And $2 each. So I've never heard any of his
Quality?
records. Oh yeah, they're nice. So for $2 each. These
Nice.
were late day purchases when I was like,
Okay.
I got $20 left.
John wouldn't leave, by the way.
No, you had
John's
to pull
like,
me out of there.
I gotta go.
Yeah,
And then I'm like, where's John? And I noticed you never wash your hands. After thumbing through records for like hours, don't your hands get all like...
I got the hamatizer, as my daughter calls it. In the car, I put the hamatizer on.
All right, what do you got?
My other low-end purchases were this one by Tony Bennett, which looks very promising.
That's an awesome album cover.
It is, isn't it? And here's the back.
What's that about Frank DeVol?
Frank DeVol is the arranger and conductor with his orchestra. And
I see.
He did stuff for Frankie, didn't he?
I don't know, Frank
I think
DeVol.
he did stuff for Nat King's Cole's.
Okay.
He was a big arranger for the time. And you know what? I had one CD of Tony Bennett's that came on the other day, and I heard him singing. I'm like, you know what? Tony Bennett's got a great voice. I'm going to get a Tony Bennett record. And lo and behold, for $1.
Oh!
$1. I got Tony Bennett. So I'm looking forward to listening to that. This is one that Mike talked me into, Stan Getz.
I love
You're
it.
a huge Stan Getz guy.
I'm a huge Stan Getz guy.
And that's all the West Coast jazz of the late 50s, if I'm not mistaken. Chet Baker also came out at that time,
Yeah.
Jerry Mulligan, and a bunch of bebop guys.
I have never gone wrong with Stan Getz. I even picked up, there was a 2 LP Stan's 50th. I guess it was his 50th birthday. It was from the late 70s or early 80s.
He can
Great.
still blow.
Great.
Guy can still.
That's a good one. That one you can put on like a Sunday morning. You make whipping up some pancakes.
It's a mellow one.
Yeah, it's a great one.
All right, that was another $1, and I'm happy about that. Here's one that I just had to get, Monkeys. And the reason I got it, it's Australian press. It's got every good song on here.
Yeah.
And it's nice to sometimes just put on a greatest hits and not have to wade through the nonsense.
It's the Monkeys' 50th anniversary.
Oh, jeez. Some of them,
Yeah.
3 of them anyways.
I've bought all of the Monkeys LPs, like when
Yeah.
they came out with Pool It. Not good at all.
No.
Justice. Not good at all.
Just the covers look horrible. Look like some kid in his bedroom with Photoshop
And
did the cover.
and then this past month, in May of 2016. Oh, I didn't know it was a
Got
cartoon.
cartoon inside and everything.
Oh, that's really nice. They have a brand new album. I think it's called Good Times.
Yeah, you say it's a return to form for them, but
It's returned to form for
there's a
them.
lot of cool people writing songs.
Yeah.
The Weezer guy,
Yep.
Rivers Cuomo, and whatnot. But anyways, the most important thing that I found about this record is all the people who wrote songs for them. Harry Nilsson,
Yes.
Neil Diamond, who you mentioned earlier, Mike Nesmith, of course, but the Boise and Hart guys.
Yes.
They wrote all the cool songs. But the one song on here that I really like, the Porpoise song,
Oh, great one.
Carole King.
Oh, I didn't know
She
Carole King
also
wrote the Porpoise
a
song.
couple of songs with them, for them. Take a Giant Step, Sometime in the Morning, Pleasant Valley Sunday.
Beautiful.
And the one song I really like, Randy Scouse Git, that was Mickey Dolenz sole contribution to the Monkees catalog.
What's it called?
It's called Randy Scouse Git.
It's on here?
Yeah. It's on side 3.
And your
It's,
children like the Monkees?
It's so wonderful.
Oh, that's a great
she's
tune.
Mine, all mine, and there doesn't seem. Yeah, it's from the. If you're going to own one Monkees album, Headquarters is the one to buy.
Yes.
Because that was their breakout album where they were like, we don't want nobody to write our songs or produce. We're going to do it
Don
all.
Kirshner.
Yeah.
I was also
They did.
standing next to Don Kirshner at a cocktail party once.
Is that right?
That's right.
Did he have the comb over?
I did. You were talking late 80s, early 90s, and I shook his hand.
Oh, that's interesting.
He didn't seem that interested in talking to me, but
Well, who are you?
nobody.
He's Don Kirshner.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Mike. Yeah, big deal. I'm Don Kirshner. All right, so here's one that Mike was going to buy that he didn't, and I bought it. It's a
Oh.
French press of
Why
really
didn't I
good.
buy this?
You're just like, nah, and you threw it back. Meh.
Oh, let me see.
It's a French pressing of Spectral Mornings, Steve Hackett's second solo album
This is a beautiful
on
album.
Charisma record. It's great record. I like his first album
Whoa.
a lot, but this is a really
I'm
good.
stupid for not passing this up.
$5, dude.
I have this, but it's on a different label.
Yeah, that's the Black Charisma label
Oh.
that they used in Europe for French and
How many
German.
copies of this do you have on this label?
It's my third copy.
Of this?
I have the Charisma with the Mad Hatter. I have the American one, which I forget.
So you
what
have
label
this
it was
copy?
on. I have this. What do you think you can get it?
I thought maybe I'd borrow it.
All right, let me clean it up and then we'll
Okay,
see.
yeah,
We'll
yeah,
talk about
yeah.
it. But I want to hear it once.
I'm never going to get it.
That's not true. I gave you Tony Banks and Michael Rutherford.
Oh, that's right. Both of those good.
Here's one I bought. The record is not in good
Oh.
shape, but I bought it because the cover is in pristine condition. So I have a copy at home with a crummy cover, but an excellent record.
Is
So now
someone
I'm gonna,
right on that?
Yeah, well,
It
yeah.
says modern.
Oh, but big deal.
Oh, yeah.
But it's in excellent condition.
There's nothing modern about that.
So I'm going to go home and slip out the crummy
Right.
record and slip in the good record. So now I have a nice copy. And Esquivel, for people who don't know,
Yes.
is a lounge guy from South America. I forget what country. But he almost did a record with Frank Sinatra.
Esquivel.
He's a piano player. He had his own orchestra.
Frankie Blumoff.
I don't think they got it together. He worked with, what's his name? Jobim instead, I think.
Jobim.
Jobim. Mr. Jobim. But this is excellent, excellent album, and it was only $10, so it was a steal for the price, because these go for 30, 40
Plus,
bucks
they had to go on the
sometimes.
moon to shoot that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next up,
Bummer. Night in the Ruts.
the Aerosmith's last great album. Well, I guess of the 70s. This is 1979.
That's where they were living at
Joe,
the time.
yeah, exactly. A lot of drug use, a lot of fighting. Joe Perry quit
After
after
this?
5 songs into this record. He was like, "Screw you guys, I'm leaving," and he left. So they were left to finish it with several other guitar players. This is the last album that Jack Douglas produced for them,
Oh.
and he produced all of their records and had many hits and great success with him. He also produced John Lennon's "Milk and Honey," and what was the big comeback one for him?
Oh, that was called,
Starting Over.
yes, that was called
Why am I blanking on it?
The Last John Lennon Yoko
The last
album.
John Lennon Yoko album. But this album is not so great.
Okay, I didn't think it was great.
But there's a couple of really good songs on here. Walking in the Sand, which is a cover song. Do you remember? Walking in the sand, bum bum, then she kissed my cheek. Great Steven Tyler vocal performance. And also the song called Chiquita and Reefer-Headed Woman. Oh, and also Cheesecake is really good. There's a couple really good songs on here. If you're an Aerosmith fan and you find this for $2, go for it for sure. Next is Nas, which is a group Todd
Whoa,
Rundgren was
yeah.
in for a little bit before he was Todd Rundgren. I think they had 2 or 3 albums.
Yep.
But I found this one, and it's got
Ooh.
the flimsy gatefold with, what do you call this? When the record's...
I don't know, but I
here.
call it annoying.
It is annoying. Instead of on the outside, they
Yeah.
have the record on the inside for some strange reason. But, I always hear their stuff on, like, the deep tracks
Yeah.
on the satellite. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm going to get me a Nas record one of these days. And lo and behold, I got me one. So now there's a guy, Shawnee. His name on eBay is Shawnee Boy. A guy from the UK. I'm not sure what country he's from, but he travels all over the place. He brings records from England. He brings records from Japan, from Germany.
The guy at the show?
The big tall guy with the spiky hair.
You knew him before, or you just met him?
Oh, no, I bought records from him before.
So you had already bought records from him, and you
Yeah.
saw him at the show?
I saw him at the show.
You were talking to him for quite a long time.
He shows up sporadically. Yeah, he was telling me a fantastic trip he's taken from Scotland to Vietnam.
With records?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's ultimately, I think, going to go to Japan to buy a bunch of records.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow, what a
He's
life.
got a cool life, yeah. But he's a fantastic guy, a real sweet
Got
gentleman.
his card and all?
Oh, yeah. So I got a couple of records from him.
And
This-
when you buy from him on eBay, where does he ship from?
I've never bought from him
Oh,
on
okay.
eBay, but that was his name on eBay, he told me, so if you need to contact him.
What do you got there?
But a bunch of prog stuff, because I'm a total prog
What
head.
is it? Hold it up.
So this is Gentle Giant album, their
yeah.
second album, Acquiring the Taste.
That looks a little
On the
perverted.
Vertigo label, this is the Vertigo
What's going on
Spaceship
there?
label.
Cover.
I don't know. Most of this stuff you got to open up. Let's see.
Oh, it's a peach.
Yeah, he's licking a peach. So it looks like he's licking a butt
Yeah.
or some breastises, but no, it's a peach. So this is a European press.
Oh, Vertigo.
This is an English press. Vertigo, yeah. Vertigo Swirl are the originals, but this is on the spaceship logo.
Whoa.
But it's still, pretty pricey, and I spent some bucks on it.
How much?
I don't know, because I bought a bunch of records.
John doesn't want to say because it's.
It was more than $20.
Oh, that was more than $20.
Yeah, it was like maybe $30. But it's pristine. It's beautiful. It's
yeah.
not even played. It's like
Don't
fresh from
I
the
know
wrapper.
exactly what you're saying. It's like the money doesn't really matter. You just want quality.
I want it to be nice.
Right,
I want to
like-
open it and look at it and go, oh, so nice.
By the way, really quick, I just want to add a lot of most of the sellers I bought from, if not all of them, even the $2 records, clean,
Yeah.
cleaned.
Record, you throw them right on.
Oh, everything I purchased at this show was clean.
Yeah.
It's a great show because there's not a lot of guys with junk.
No.
Even the $2 records get respect.
Yep.
And that's really a wonderful thing.
Yep. And here's another record I bought from Shawnee Boy. This is Caravan.
Oh, look at
Their
that.
first album. This is an American press, though. A repress, 72. This album came out in 68.
Ooh.
But this is a 72 repress on MGM label, which is kind of hard to find. I've never seen it because I've been courting this album, the UK press. The first press of this album goes for $300+. So it's pretty hard to find. And I was happy to find the American press, which I didn't know existed,
Gotcha.
of this. And again, in beautiful shape. There's a split on the bottom. But,
Oh.
we should talk about maybe doing repairs. It's got to be like a glue or something. There's some guy on YouTube
Glue!
who does repairs to this stuff, which should be pretty simple. But pristine condition on the MGM label. Very happy to have it.
Oh, I didn't see you sneak that one in.
The last one I bought was
Yes.
a record I've been looking for forever. I've been looking on it for eBay. It's Gentle Giant, who
Oh, man, look at that cover.
I think this is their fifth album. I'm not sure. It came after their big successes with Three Friends and Octopus.
Okay.
But with this cover it's got, I don't know what you call it. It's die cut.
I'll
but,
call that unique. Macy?
But it has the, hold on, you gotta get the whole effect. Because you can put this in
Oh, look at
here.
that.
See through there. Look at that. Oh. See the Gentle Giant face in there?
My friend, that's a negative. It's like a negative in there.
Yeah, it's like a cellophane
It's a negative.
wrapper inside
Yeah.
a die cut
Yeah.
frame. It's a real nice record. It was released in Europe on the WWA record. And this is the
WW.
only time I've ever seen WWA. I'm not a big, researcher, but this album goes for between $20 and $40.
Okay.
So, and the good thing about buying records at the record show is that you don't have to pay shipping.
That's true.
So, that always eats away at me.
It
Because I'm
does.
like, it's a $20 record, but it's really $24
Right.
because of shipping. Here's a record I was happy to find as well. I got this from Mickey, guy in the back. If you go to the record show, he's in the back, and he's got a lot of records. He's
Yeah.
in the dark corner.
They have clothes on?
No, she's naked. She said later on she regretted this very much.
Why?
Because she's naked. I don't
But
think
you
her
don't
mother
see
approved.
anything.
I know, but they airbrushed her nips out.
Oh.
But on the back, this is their album they did before they met with Fleetwood Mac. Again, this goes for pretty big bucks. It's gatefold. It's really great condition.
And Mick
Usually goes
Fleetwood-
between 60, 50, and 80 bucks.
This is like their demo, like in other words, Mick
They
Fleetwood
put
heard
it out.
this.
They were floundering in L.A. as songwriters. They put this out. Mick Fleetwood heard them. I don't know if he heard this album specifically, but he decided to invigorate the band with them. And, of course,
Of course, the rest is history.
is history.
The greatest LPs ever.
so happy to find this. It's a hole punch. It's a promo punch.
Yeah.
Which is, you know what? I don't care. But the record is pristine, and it came with a bonus. A 45 LP of a bunch of cuts
Get out of
from
town.
artists on the label
Oh,
at
I
the time.
know.
So, there's two in here. I didn't know there was two.
Hold that up, friend.
Oh, so we got Cheap Trick on one side, Crawler, who I never heard of, on the
Okay.
other. These are promo 45s. Ram Jam with Black
Are
Betty,
you sure
Bam a Lamb, whoa, Black Betty.
Are you sure someone just didn't throw them in there? I don't.
They did throw them in there. It didn't come with the record.
Yeah.
But the guy had them. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, you want these too? Boom.
Oh, gotcha.
And Joan Baez.
Okay. So this LP, is this
records.
second copy of this album you own? How many copies
No,
of
this
this?
is a first copy.
This is the first
First
you
copy
owned
I
it on
own.
CD.
I owned it on CD. I bought the deluxe edition, which is awesome. But, it's really a great record. And it's gatefold. It's got some cool pictures of Dennis hanging out. You can pretend you're like friends with him and you're as cool as he is, but you never will be.
This LP,
Coolest Beach Boy, by the way.
he
sure.
is the the soul of the Beach Boys.
Definitely.
And it's really unfortunate that he passed because if he had lived, I think
He would have
who
put
knows?
out some cool stuff, I think.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's a very different vibe than a Brian Wilson, but it's as good in its own right.
Yes. It's more lush, less commercial.
Yeah.
All the songs are about love, and I'm sorry, and I love you.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of whining going on there,
Yeah.
but they're still really good compositions and like beautifully produced. Just
Yeah.
if you see a copy of this record or a
Dennis
CD,
Wilson.
you got to get it.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth it. Here's a crazy band, Klaatu.
Oh yes.
They're like I would call these guys pop prog.
Whoa, you got a little textured action going on there.
Yeah, this says $10, but I didn't pay $10 for that. See, and that's the other thing too. You buy a couple of records, and like you maybe got $40 there, and you're like, well, you take 30, and the guy, yeah, I'll take 30. So you're never paying face value too if you're buying in quantity. But this is a cool record. Yeah, it's textured. Feel that one though.
Ooh,
That one's nice. That one's nice.
Special.
So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy that one. I have another one of their records. It's not so great, but this was in such great condition, and we threw it in there. So here's a record I always wanted, but was never really on the hunt for, never hungry for. Fairport Convention, Liege and Leaf. I always read about this record. This is Richard Thompson. He went solo. Richard and Linda Thompson.
I almost saw him.
Did you really? Oh yeah, you were saying.
He opened for Wilco.
Yeah.
But we got there a little late, and
Stoops.
we got there, and he was gone.
He's got a new record out. But
Jeff Tweedy brought him on stage though later.
Oh, did he really?
He's like,
to sing a song?
Yeah, my good friend. What's his name? Richard Thompson.
Jeff Tweedy.
My good friend. My good friend Richard Thompson.
But this is sort of like a folk psych.
Which one's Richard Thompson?
And Sandy Denny was also in the band. She died tragically
Oh,
a
so
couple of
sorry.
years after the band too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was into drugs. Not a happy ending. Speaking of girls, I bought 2 Joni Mitchell records.
Oh, look at that.
From Mike. In the
guy
corner.
Mike, yeah.
Only because I've been getting into Jaco Pastorius, who's a bass
What
player.
year is that one?
What, Hydra?
Yeah.
76.
Good year.
I read a big article in Mojo Magazine, big fan of Mojo Magazine. They had a big article on all of the mid-70 Joni Mitchell's records. The Hissing of Summer Lawns, Hajira, Don Juan's sister, I forget the other one. But she wanted to do jazz, and she hired hardcore jazz musicians as her band. And they went with it, and they put out some amazing stuff. And Jaco Pastorius is one of the most incredible bass players who plays on this album specifically.
Can you let me know how that is?
Oh, it's great. I know half the songs on here from other compilations. Song for Sharon, Black Crow, Coyote, Blue Motel Room. Just really good, like, I don't know how you explain Joni Mitchell. She's like in another world.
Okay.
But poppy and jazzy at the same time. So those are the records what I bought,
From the second Saturday Records show.
which we try not to miss. We try so hard not to miss because
If you are in the tri-state area, just Google search Second Saturday Records Show, New Jersey, and a bunch of stuff will come up, and then you can come down and meet John and I.
Easy to get to. Yeah, we're always there. We're like two
Yeah.
bums. We get there at 8 o'clock because I got to skedaddle
Yeah, we
early.
get there early. You have to pay more money to go in early.
Yeah, but it's
So-
worth it.
In this segment, this is called John's
Uh-huh.
super favorite new releases.
Fanboy.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, very quickly,
Yes.
I'm a big fan of Ennio Morricone.
Ooh.
And I got this record off of eBay, but it's The Black Belly of the Tarantula. He put out a lot of crazy horror film score. The guy has done over 400 film scores.
Good Lord.
So he's got a lot of stuff. It's hard to collect his stuff because there's a lot of it. But this was one I really wanted that I got, which got me to thinking, this company, what are they called? Dago Red Records, started re-releasing his records in deluxe editions. So I got this, the Humanoid. Who's that guy?
Ooh,
Richard, what's
that's
his name?
Richard Keel.
Richard Keel, yeah. He's the lead alien in this movie. This came out on a limited edition, blue vinyl, 1,000 copies
Oh,
only.
my goodness.
So I'm not going to open it. I bought it to save.
He's also Jaws in the
That's
James
right.
Bond movie.
So these are like purely for collecting
Okay.
now.
Will you even open those?
No.
Okay, great.
If I find one on eBay that's open for a cheap price, I will buy it as a listening company.
Okay.
But I'm keeping that one.
Next up,
The other one that they had,
Ooh.
also by Dago Red, that came out And they released like a bunch of them, and I bought 4 or 5, but these are the 2 pretty cool ones. This is on, they call it X-ray vinyl, but it's just clear vinyl.
Which vendor do you get this stuff from?
Online? No,
this is online.
Sound Direct.
Oh, this is Direct, okay.
Sound Direct. But it's pretty cool. It's a limited edition. Again, it's more of
Look at that.
a piece to keep, but it's just on clear vinyl.
Do you know what it sounds like? Spasmo?
Oh, yeah, I have it's great. I have a listenable copy, an old copy.
Oh, look at that.
In these nasty, heavy vinyl,
Yeah.
like shower curtain type sleeves that I don't like, because every time I pull it out, I hear it go, like, no, you're ruining it. So there's a lot, if you're into Ennio Morricone, who, is, Quentin Tarantino is one of his favorite composers. He did his new movie, Hateful Eight, of course.
Ooh, look at this.
There's a lot to go for, but this is by Bernard Herrmann,
Yes.
who did the score to Vertigo and a lot of other great movies.
The Taxi Cab movie?
Taxi Driver.
That was one of his last, I think.
Yeah, I think so. But I
Look
never
at
saw
that.
this movie. It's called Twisted Nerve.
Yeah.
It came out in very limited edition. I think wow, he died in 75. Yeah, so I guess that was his last movie,
Yeah.
Taxi Driver. But it's come out in a limited edition LP version. There's a poster in here.
beautiful.
There's a CD with download codes for, FLAC files and MP3s, and beautiful blood-splattered yellow vinyl
Ooh.
that I'll probably never see because I'm not going to open it because I'm weird like that. So I kept this totally for a collector's piece. And if it comes up that I can find another one, I'll buy another one and rip it open and enjoy it.
Well, thank you very much, John.
Yes, thank you, Michael. It's always good to see you.
Yes.
Take care.
Folks, I want to thank you for joining this Vinyl Record podcast. We don't have a regular schedule
No,
yet,
not yet.
but we'll be back very soon. You can write us at vinylrecordpodcast@gmail.com. And we always really love to hear from you, what you collect. Do you have any of the records we're talking about?
Yeah.
Do
Do you have any extra information about the records that we
anything
talked
you'd
about?
like to add? Join us.
Yeah.
Very much love to hear from you folks. And of course, I know there's a lot of folks listening who listen to the Film Photography Podcast. Welcome aboard. This is the little extra thing John and I do.
It's an extra way to spend that money you're not spending buying cameras.
But we'll be back very soon.
Yeah, I hope so.